Good morning, good people. Today is Monday, the 13th of January, 2025. It is about 6 o'clock in the morning here in southwestern Nevada, Pahrump-Pahrump-Tucky. My name is Edward Bevilacqua, and this is Department of Career Services, where our goal is to help you on your journey through this life. My hair looked a little bit disheveled. Could have been because I already have done my 10 minutes of Peloton full body stretch and 10 minutes of arms and light weights. Perhaps that's why. Just the boom, boom, boom. Okay. But anyway, here we are. We few, we happy few, we band of brothers. For he who sheds his blood with me this day shall be my brother. Okay. Anyway. That's the Shakespeare for the day, people. The theme of today's theme, before we get into why are we here and what are we doing, the theme of today is right, decisions and choices. Decisions and choices. What's the difference? Why should we care? Where did everyone go? Okay, there we are, back again. Okay, but before we do that, our disclaimer, our disclosure, our reason for existing is to help our students and interested people on their journey through this life. To help our transcendent soul on the journey through this life. And there's good evidence that we have a transcendent soul. The evidence mainly comes from science. The evidence mainly comes from science, as opposed to faith and belief. The evidence mainly comes from science. And in this case, it's that scientists, doctors are better and better and better able to resuscitate people, bring people back after they have been clinically dead, factually and actually dead. No heartbeat, blood is not circulating, no activity, fixed dilation, shine a light in the eye, nothing happens, no reflex, no pain reflex. They would be called dead. The doctor would say that person's dead. And they're getting very, very good at bringing people back. So it's more people, longer periods of time, and a large number of people are saying, golly gee, here's what just happened to me. And it's like, well, that's not possible because you had no neural activity. You can't be experiencing anything in your brain if there's no neural activity. There's no blood flowing. There's no electrical impulses. It's dead. So that leads to good reason to believe that we have a transcendent soul. Plus, we have an artifact, and it looks evidences more towards the Shroud of Turin is a 2,000-year-old cloth that could be the burial cloth of Jesus. And it would make sense that if it was, people all along the line for the last 2,000 years would say, we need to keep this. We need to keep this. This is a sacred relic. We need to keep it. And one of the most compelling, the question about the Shroud of Turin is how old it is. There's a dispute, and there's a lot of controversy over the testing that was done and the difficulty being able to do new testing. So like, oh, well, the old testing is not good. The 40-year-old testing is not. There's controversy in how they did it. Well, let's just redo it. Resistance, it's not possible. People are not making it easy to do that. But one thing that nobody disputes is that we don't know how it was made. It's not painted on. And there is actual human blood stains on there, and these all match the description of the crucifixion of Jesus. If it's not the death, burial, shroud of Jesus, It's designed to look like it is because it matches the description of his beating and crucifixion. The wounds, the blood marks match the description. And another interesting little tidbit is that the blood stains on the shroud are below the image that is superimposed on it. So that they're put on there first and they match up perfectly. So we don't know how a 16th century person could have created this thing, but it exists, it's real, etc., etc. And so there is good evidence that we do have transcendent souls and that the Creator incarnate did come down here and that the commands he gave, the instructions he gave, should be followed. And then the reward for them being followed is what? Well, what if we do what he said to do? If you love me, you will keep my commandments. And then what? You will become one with the Father and I. What is the Father and I? Spirit. God is spirit. What is spirit? Non-baryonic. What does that mean? No subatomic particles. There's no mass. So anyway, good evidence that have transcendent souls. We are here to help our students and other people on this journey through life. We do it 4 ways: physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. During the week, we focus on the physical, mental, and emotional. Weekends is the spiritual part. So today, theme is decisions and choices. But first, okay, so how do we help? We help in 2 primary ways. One is the actual information from the experts, the lessons learned from the experts, our curriculum, which is contained in a daily worksheet down below on LinkedIn, on Facebook, on our web pages. Easy to find. The PDF file takes about 4 hours to go through it per day if you do the whole thing, but you can take it like a buffet. One is that's where the experts are. That's the actual tools. Number 2 is this podcast. And it's about coming together to help build better habits. That's the secret. Building better habits is the secret. Habit is what? Unconscious behavior. If we have better unconscious behavior, and if we have like meta habits, habits that are before the habits. So for example, I have a habit of brushing my teeth, but I can have a meta habit of always trying to improve upon my habits. So that would mean I'd automatically want to do a better job every day of brushing my teeth. So we come here every day to build better habits. The routine, repetition. So Wada Bevy is not here. That's because she's at work. And I know what's going through her right now. Well, maybe 8 minutes ago, 10 minutes ago, was this, gosh, I'm missing the podcast. I'm missing it. I kind of feel like I'm missing something. Right. That's what we want. And then that's the spirit of community, because we're all in this together. No one gets out alive, but together we do better. So it's as the Catholic priest, Father Bruno, told me last week when I had lunch or breakfast with him, you can have everybody building their own little campfire, or we can come together and build one big fire. And that way, when the wind comes, when things happen, when we fall asleep, we don't have to worry that our fire is going to get blown out or go out. So let us now move forward to decisions and choices. Let's see what Seth Godin, We Are Not Worthy, has to say. Decisions and choices. Decisions are easy. Choices are hard. A good decision is our best analysis of the facts, options, and risks. If it's too close to call, flip a coin because it's too close to call. Right. So choice A and choice B are virtually identical. Choose one, flip a coin, do whatever, because it doesn't really matter. On the other hand, a choice involves understanding our priorities, evaluating our preference for risk, and sometimes changing our minds. None of these are easy, especially the changing our minds for most people. If we face a difficult choice, it's helpful to stop thinking about it as a decision. It's a choice. Decisions are strategic, choices are personal. So if we face a difficult choice, it's helpful to stop thinking about it as a decision. It's just a choice. It has to do with our priorities, our preference for risk, and sometimes changing our mind. Right. So we kind of say to people, you've got a decision to make, when actually it's just choose which path you want to follow. Just choose a path. What are your priorities? Comfort, staying on this path that's not really leading anywhere, but there's no danger. It's not risky. It's not going to be hard. It's mediocre. It's not an adventure. I can stay on this path and it's not bad. I can make it comfortable. I can tell myself I have a comfortable life. But the challenges that appear, they'll pass. I'll get over them. I'll reach out to people to help me. And that's good when you're 65. But what about when you're 70? Right? On the other hand, a good decision is our best analysis of the facts. Should I go it alone or should I come together? Should I go it alone? Should I keep going the way I'm going or make a decision to go this way, to make a radical change? So, alrighty then. That's what Seth Godin has to say. We're 12 minutes in. Let's see what else we got here. Advice from an 80-year-old. Make it a habit to do nice things for people who will never find out. Right. Let's see what else we got here. That's a good one. I was just letting that kind of percolate through. Maybe percolation goes up. When you get in a pickle, say your first name, wait for it. Yes, you got yourself into this mess. Let me help you get out. Darren Hardy. Oh, Black Diamonds. Yeah, this was another red letter. We had 3 red letters today. Seth's blog, that was number 1. That's our meme. Daily Stoic, loneliness. It's part of it. Stoicism is built upon people moving forward through loneliness, not avoiding it, moving through it. And Darren Hardy, Black Diamonds. Yeah, so he's talking about life, and this can go well with decisions and choices. Life could be like you're skiing on a black diamond run. Are you going to fall? Well, he starts by saying, can you just go straight down the hill? No, you can't. You're going to hit a mogul. So a mogul, you're going to hit one of those little bumps. And you can't just go straight. You have to go around, use the terrain. You might fall. You got to get back up because you got to get down the hill. They're not going to come and get you unless it's bad. Think of it that way. Life is like a black diamond run. So you need to prepare. You're not an amateur. Amateurs can't do it. You're going to end up walking down the hill. And it's going to take a long time. A long time. So you got to prepare. You have to be physically, mentally, emotionally prepared for the black diamond run. When you do it the first time, it's not going to be as good as if you do repetition, repetition, repetition. Do it over, over, over. Project, see yourself doing the run. All of these things come together. Right, righto. Okay, so we're going to call it a day. And here we are. Oh, TED Talk. I'm going to talk about that for a second. This is day 1, week 3 in our neuroscience-oriented approach to success. David Logan talking about tribes. So this week, we shortened to say this is called Outside My Skull-Sized Kingdom. So last week was Inside My Skull-Sized Kingdom, having to do with neurons, neurotransmitters, reticular activating system. How does our brain basically, in its most basic way, work? All to answer the question, who am I and why do I behave the way I do? Now this week, we have to move to getting other people. How do we get them to help us? Because we can't build this boat for this journey through life and have a big, good boat and without a crew. We need to have a crew. We're not doing a raft. We're not doing a little thing. We're going to go through this life, the biggest possible boat, get as much treasure, have as much booty, collect valuable things as we can. So we need a crew. This week is about that. Today we start with David Logan. Join tribe, nudge forward. What's a tribe? People like us who do things like this. Join a tribe and then nudge it forward. Tomorrow we're going to learn from Seth Godin how to nudge it forward. But join a tribe. Do something. Get out of your house. Stop playing with your dogs. Dogs are to help you, not the other way around. If the dog interferes in moving forward through life, you need to take other steps. Dogs can only take you so far. Comfort, protection, looking for food, etc. Well, not looking for food anymore, but yeah, okay. So join tribe, get out there and join a tribe that's moving forward, right? So join tribe, nudge forward. Tomorrow we're going to learn how to nudge forward. And with that, we're going to say Avita Zane and cut.